So today we're going to talk about how to prevent falling if you slip or trip. And the one thing that I've noticed over the years working with clients and people that are 50 and over, most falls are preventable. And the reason why we fall and slip is because we're distracted and we can't concentrate on two or three things like we did when we was younger. We're thinking about, I got to go do this. Oh, I got to do this. And then we forget where our feet are, and we end up turning and, putting our leg around, our foot around a leg, like on a chair or a table, or maybe we forgot to pick up something and we trip over that. So, foot placement, paying attention to your feet and your body is really important. And then we're going to go over some exercises to help with your balance and become stronger. So, if you do fall, hopefully you won't get hurt, or you can stop yourself before you fall. Because if your reaction time is faster, then you can take a big step forward and help yourself from going all the way down. So, the one thing you want to do if you are to slip and go backwards is try to bend your knees and tuck your head, kind of get in a ball. And as you go back, you'll roll into it instead of just going like this, you know. And then, of course, if you go forward, you don't want to put your hands out because you could break your wrists, hurt your shoulders, hurt your arms. You want to hit the more cushy parts of your body, like your butt, and really prevent hitting your head on anything. Okay, so we're going to go over what you need to work on to help you catch yourself. And let's say you're walking around and you trip on part of the sidewalk that's sticking up. Then what you want to do is you want to practice taking a big step and then, and then bringing this foot back and balancing yourself. But if you're walking along and trip, taking a big step's going to help you. So if you're pretty unsteady, then you're not going to be able to practice that. You've got to get stronger. You've got to do some workouts, get your legs stronger so you can more protect yourself. Because through the years of working with people that work out, if they do fall, they don't get hurt. So that's the best way to protect yourself. But if you can just practice, you can also even have somebody put a band around you at the gym or at home, and then they can be behind you and hold as you practice just leaning and catching yourself. Lean and catch yourself. And we go over this at the gym. All right, we're at the gym and I'm going to show you some exercises that will help you with your balance, your coordination. And I have my client here willing to help me show you. She's pulling me as she goes backwards. And that's really good exercise for you to practice walking backwards. This makes it a little more safe. So having someone hold a band while you go backwards, that way you don't run into anything or lose your balance. Here I'm working with my client And we're practicing leaning and taking a big step forward and catching ourselves. So I'm going to have Valois try this, and this is a little scary to trust that you can catch yourself, but please make sure when you first try this that somebody is nearby or they have the band around your waist to help you. So here I have Valois have a little wider stance, and then she really gets the hang of it. She starts leaning and catching herself just like that. And that's what you want to do. You just want to lean, take a big step forward, and catch yourself. So the next exercise we're going to do is a step up and a step down. And Valois has had a knee replacement, so this step down, she kind of loses her balance, but that's okay. You just keep going and then you get better. So this is like what you would do in everyday life, stepping up on a curb and stepping down. If you feel pretty comfortable on the treadmill, then this is a great way to work on your leg strength and walk backwards. You want to hold on. You want to have your speed 1.4 to maybe 1.6. Here I had a little higher, so I'm adjusting it. But just be really careful and do this for maybe 5 minutes and see how that works for you. Okay, so for those that have trouble getting down on the floor, or maybe you haven't even tried for a long time, I'd like you to have a mat, and you can even make it thicker if you have bad knees. But what I want you to do is have a chair, and then I want you to start like this, just bend over, and then I want you to put one foot out here like this, and then I want you to bend down like that, and then bring this knee back, and then just go like that. And the same way with getting up. You can use this chair to get up. And I have a client that's really weak. He has Parkinson's, and he is still able to get on the floor and off, and he does it this way, and it takes him some time, but he can still do it. So remember, getting down on the floor and up is super important because people that can function that way live longer. So the same way of getting off the floor, get on your hands and knees, bring your both hands up here, put this leg forward, or this one, whichever one's your stronger one, and then use your hands and lift up, and then you can stand up or you can sit down. So we've had a lot of good exercises in my previous videos, and again, look over those because those might be the exercises you need to start with. But right now, we're going to do a wall sit. And you can also have a big stability ball, put that against the wall. But what I'm going to have you do is just go down and sit into the wall, bring your abs in, and try to touch the back of your low back into the wall, and just sit there like this and just time it. So if you can do 30 seconds to a minute, that's great. Now, if you feel it too much in your knees, you can do the sit and stand, and you can start there. Because when you feel it in your knees too much, it means your quads are weak, and so that's just too much pressure on your knees. But this is a good one, and you're just going to hold it. Because time under tension is going to strengthen the muscle. So doing the isometric holds are good. Think about tightening your glute, keep your core tight, and then come up when you need to. Okay, and then those are going to be burning. So try to give them a stretch. Okay, our next exercise is going to work on strengthening our legs for balance and coordination, which is really important to incorporate both. So you definitely want to work on balance with movement when you're able to. Okay, so this is called elbow to knee twist. You're going to put your hand behind your head. You're not going to pull your head. You're just going to twist, lift this knee, and back down. Twist and lift. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, also gets the cardio going. Works on your obliques and your abs. So it's a favorite of mine that I like to have my clients do, and I like to do. Okay, so when you're able to stand on one leg pretty easy for 20 to 30 seconds, then I want you to do some movement, just like that. Just bend your knee and then straighten it. And try for 10. If you can only do 5, that's okay. Switch to the other side, get your balance. And remember, tighten your glute. And don't have your knees hyperextend. So a lot of people hyperextend at the knee. Let your knee be soft. Bend it just a little bit. Keep off your toes. Your toes are going to have contact with the floor, but I don't want you being on your toes more than in the middle of your foot. Okay, and then you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so those are some of the exercises. The best way to prevent falls is to stay active, whether you're playing tennis, hiking, walking on the beach. Be sure to do resistance training because that's going to be important. And check out the rest of my videos on balance training to help you get better with your balance. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and like the video. Thank you.